Welcome to my channel. Today we're gonna talk about the top 5 horror movies of 2021. On number 5 we have Censor. Enid, a film censor, views myriad movies to determine whether they're suitable for audiences. While doing so one night, she becomes convinced that a particularly nasty disturbing video stars her sister who disappeared years prior and is presumed dead. At first studying the film on Enid's growing obsession with determining whether a notorious director exploited her sibling, Bailey Bond soon throws audiences into her protagonist's psychological descent with stunning visual flair. By the end, you'll be second-guessing your own sanity. Number 4, A Quiet Place 2. This film is a sequel to the movie A Quiet Place. Following the deadly events at home, the Abbott family must now face the terrors of the outside world as they continue their fight for survival in silence. Forced to venture into the unknown, they quickly realize that the creatures that hunt by sound are not the only threats that lurk beyond the sandpath. Judicious pacing, clever cross-cutting and visceral sound designed to build tension, but there's an absence of soul, and no satisfying sense of what the monsters might be a metaphor for. Number 3, The Vigil. The Jewish tradition of Shemirah, keeping vigil over a dead body until it's buried, is so ripe for an excellent horror that it's surprising there isn't a genre film about this every year. A young man recently separated from his Orthodox Jewish community, who is compelled to keep overnight watch of a deceased member in order to make a few extra bucks to keep his rent paid. Of course, it starts off suspicious, but the graduating sense of unease and sheer horror that occurs within these dark hours is utterly paralyzing to watch. Will Yaakov survive the night? And what will he discover about himself or his faith by dawn? Number 2, The Power. As any fan of A Quiet Place can attest, silence is one of the most horrifying things to ever happen to the genre. Set around the 1970s labor crisis in London, when the country opted to preserve power with regular electricity cuts following a miners' strike, the story centers on a young nurse, Val Rose Williams, who begins work at a hospital that is hell-bent on keeping its own horrifying secrets. She's told right away, by both the male and female staff, that she needs to keep her head down and do what she's told, no matter what alarming sights she may witness. On top of that, the institution commits to the electricity curfew, plunging the rooms and floors into an overwhelming darkness. All this, of course, is grounds for a spooky story that throws Val face to face with a ghost and, potentially, her own fate. Chilling. Number 1, The Conjuring. The Devil Made Me Do It. 1981 Connecticut, where Arnie Johnson killed his landlord and claimed he was possessed. The Warrens help normalize the influence of the devil in the same court of law that enforces oaths on a Bible. As Arnie tries, and woefully fails, to control his diabolical urges while locked up, Lorraine and Ed are dragged into a terrifying battle of will with a friend. Nothing is ghastlier than watching this couple, the heart and soul of this genre series, recoil from one another due to hallucinations of evil manufactured by a vengeful spirit. Only a horror classic with romance in its core would have the audacity. That's it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did like it, subscribe to my channel and ring the notification bell. See you